Welcome back, Cancer. This is your reading for the month of June. Just going to glance over the cards. We are using the Numerology Oracle cards, Neo Rider Tarot Collection, and the Tarot of Sexual Magic. Your monthly message is going to pertain to the spiritual and willful aspects, your physical environment and world, and also your emotional goings on that may be under the surface or may be intertwined in your physical and spiritual elements here. So starting off, we have self-discipline 41, music 32, and rebirth. Also, spirituality is the overall theme of the month of June when it comes to your focus spiritually. This double 7 here, you also have a 7 aligning here with the rebirth, and these two equate to 5. 4 plus 1 is 5, 3 plus 2 is 5. Okay. Okay. So I feel that you're taking a turn in your spiritual path, that you are actually seeing the errors of the past, and error may not be the correct word. If there were any regrets or what ifs or trying to see how you could have done these situations differently, there was no need to. Those are never ending bouts of thought. You are going to follow those thoughts and they're going to lead nowhere. So that does lead to overthinking and imagining what an outcome could be. But in the moment that you attempt to do that, if it's not for the best, if it's not to assist you in forgiveness of those situations, no matter how they played out, but just the accountability on your end. If you go back and try to play these things over, what you could have did, should have did, what it did, how it should have ended up, you're actually creating a rift in a timeline. And also now it exists alternately to you and can still intervene with the reality that you're in and the trajectory you're on. So to be careful with that. Self-discipline does come here to support you. Have to stand firm on what you believe in and what you love the most, or what love means to you. So while you're in the midst of this rebirth and your spirituality is expanding, your capacity for the knowing of spiritual things or the guidance that may be coming through, the access to certain truths or ideas that you may have not been privy to before, you have to understand it's coming to you in a time that you're most ready for it. So if you omit those experiences that you went through or have any types of regrets about the outcomes of those particular events, you do alter your ability in the present moment, because those things were necessary to open you for what's coming in right now. You weren't intended to follow those things through and see them to the end with a happy outcome, because you would not be equipped in this moment to take on what's coming in for you. So with the Rider-Waite, with the physical, we have the Strength, Queen of Pentacles, Five of Wands, and overall being the Nine of Pentacles. So you seem to be very self-sufficient in this time period. The self-discipline coming in coupled with strength is really, really giving me a very great feeling. You're definitely in control of self, controlling your impulses, the reactivity that you may see yourself have towards things that would usually get under your skin, or the way that you would typically handle a situation. You're no longer being guided by those types of impulses and vices. You actually have the restraint that you need. You're finding grounding in melodies or harmonious environments. Music itself could be very prevalent. You know, we do have music here, but to make music is to be in a vibratory harmony with another, or be aligned with a particular place. The vibration of that place is in harmony with your personal vibration, and therefore you feel confident, you feel assured, you feel ready in that environment. You feel like you're equipped with everything that you need. You're on top of it. You can handle all your responsibilities. You just fit right in. That's what harmonious environments feel like. You know when something feels off because behind you is the conflict or the competition, on the job training. Things are, competition is stiff. Things are vigorous. People are feeling as if there's stuff up for grabs instead of having a knowing that there's enough for everyone. You could also be expanding your skills or the environment, the area you're working in or collaborating in. It may be convoluted. It may be congested. It may be a lot of people with a lot of different ideas. Okay. So with this 9 of Pentacles here under spirituality, it's as if you're listening more to your bodily cues, your intuitive hits, the downloads coming in, the messages and music that are coming through, the synchronicities that you're having. And the synchronicity card isn't here, but I see the resonance with the synchronistic numbers coming through. You have 777, so you're really on the right track. Okay, a rebirth in spirituality is showing me that you're no longer following it the way that others have been listening to others and regurgitating it as their own. You're actually finding a way where spirituality, based on your personal experience and discipline and the harmonies that you're having, the alignment, the tone, the communication that the most divine creator is giving you, and all the assistance, you know what I mean? All the angelic help, all the ancestral help, all of the etheric astral help that's coming through. You're actually doing it and producing it and cultivating it in a way that isn't like the others. So that's what the rebirth is about. So while you can listen to quote unquote spiritualists, shamans, gurus, tarot readers, channelers, people who are using their own skill, they're teaching you not from a premise of knowledge, but from a premise of their association to certain things, their deductive reasoning of certain things. And this is where conflict comes in, because it does guide you away from your own natural, innate ability. Having Cancer well aspected or in a very harmonious placement in your chart, it gives you access that other people can't teach you. And you're actually using that this month. To also check your Vedic chart, because if you do have a Cancer placement, Eastern astrology versus Western astrology, they're both relevant, but you need a more complete picture. So even if like your sidereal astrology gives you certain placements, your chart or whatnot, and your Vedic gives you certain placements, and your Western tropical natal chart gives you certain placements, just be aware of them. You may only go with one particular, you may have an affinity towards one particular style of astrology, but I'm telling you that they all have a different resonance. They all have a different aspect of you. You're not excluded from any sign for any reason. They do affect you still, even if you have no minor aspects or placements in those places, even asteroids or any of those things. You don't have to, but they are in your houses. Even if there's nothing there, they still interact. They're still affected with the transits. So just to be aware, if that is not your thing, just understand that if you have any Cancer energy, or you do have this very mothering, very nurturing type of energy, Now, in numerology, I know that, okay, we have this 5 here and we have 7s. In between those two is a 6, right? And in my personal belief, 6 is about harmony, and it is the closest to Cancer that I can feel. It is about hearth. It is about home. It is about family and the comfort of it. It is a very safe place to be. And that aligns with Cancer energy for me. So when I see the number 6 or I don't see the number 6, it's also telling me that these numbers are surrounding you. The 5 and the 7 are surrounding you. The ominous, the unknown, the occult, the spiritual. These things are open to you, the investigative mind. And it may not be your niche, it may not be your area of expertise, but it is something that you are not toggling, but you're in the middle between conflict, and you're in that place of safety. You're in that vibration of 6, and 7 is where you're headed. So you'll need to understand everything that you stand on, everything you believe in. That self-discipline is really going to come in handy because you're going to feel safe. This number 6, this number 6 energy that I'm getting, you're going to have this stability of self in order to propel to the number 7. Now, once you get to the number 7, you won't be able to account for certain things. You won't be able to infer or assume, because you don't know what you don't know until you learn it. And the number 7 is that motherfucker. It is that number. Okay? It is a very elusive, it feels Neptunian to me, but also Plutonian. So it has a deep depth, abysmal type of energy where you can get lost in it if you have no grounding and no foundation. So be sure that you are taking account of where you are, because where you're headed, the next leg of your spirituality, is going to test everything that you've come from. Conflict will reemerge only to see where you are. And if this is the reemergence of conflict, the way it used to affect you, you've already been reborn from. Okay, so this is how you're stationed. You're in harmony, you're poised, you're graceful, and you have the self-discipline necessary to still sit pretty and on your stuff. You have it. Okay, so now you're ready to go deeper into your spirituality. The Ace of Swords comes up. This is the truth. You are going to feel the alignment. You're going to feel the submission of your mechanical mind, of your conscious self, submitting to the part of you that aligns with the unknown, the abstract, the feminine aspect of you. It's going to call you to trust. And this is innate trust. This is trust that you know that you can give yourself at this point, because physically you've shown and proven very solidly, very stable, that you can do this. And so the 10 of Pentacles comes in underneath the self-discipline and the strength. And this is showing me that there will be a moment where you can actually relax, that you can actually let your hair down, that you can actually feel contented, not so comfortable that you're complacent, but contented with the things you've done to get here. No matter if you felt that you could have done things differently, there's no more dwelling. There's no more dwelling over what could have. It's what is. All right. So you're in the moment, embracing the present. You're allowing yourself to submit so that you can enjoy. So here we have the Lovers, and it's underneath music and the Queen of Pentacles. Now, you could be in silence and still a melody will pop up. That is not just a random song, because we store so much into our subconscious that A song may come up and you're like, damn, this song is stuck in my head, or I need to listen to it because I heard it in my mind and I don't know why I'm singing this song. It's just, I don't even listen to this song. I need to go check it out and see why this is on my mind. Or you may go back and listen to something you haven't heard in a while. It may come on the radio or whatever. And it's telling you that it's in the melody. The music is in the message is in the melody. So it's asking for you to hear without hearing, or to hear what something is being said, but it's not being told, if that makes sense. It's not coming from a physical person. It's not coming from a specific source, like you turning on something deliberately to hear. It's like you hear the melody in your mind. It's giving you a message. So you may have to go to that song, listen to that song, read the lyrics to understand the message coming to you. Then you'll understand where it's coming from. Because these two natures, it's like you're in the middle and these are your two natures. Okay? There's a wild and then there's a nurturing. It's almost how the moon card in the Rider-Waite tarot would have a domesticated canine on one side and a wolf on the other. Okay, these are two natures of the feminine. The feminine is going to be in control now, but consciously, your conscious feminine is in this position. Your unconscious, subconscious, superconscious feminine is in this position, and therefore trying to get messages to you. This is the gap between those two. Okay, so what you're doing is amending. You're bringing one aspect of yourself into another. Therefore, you can be a whole and complete person. The feminine aspect of you is congruent. It is the unconscious and the conscious are trying to work hand in hand. They're trying to become one. That's what's opening up your spirituality. That's the rebirth is what opened it. The spirituality that's coming in is what is going to broaden the ability. This is also like hidden talents, things that you don't know that you're good at or don't recognize that you're good at, things that you naturally exude but aren't on the surface, a sensuality, a sexuality, an allure. This is the aspect of you that can call to others and speak to others without saying a word. What you may not say out loud, this aspect of you will. And it comes in a package of one person. Okay. So here we have the Magician and the 10 of Cups. You have, again, you have doubles. 1, 1, 10, and 10. And here is that damn 6. I felt 6 and I wasn't even paying attention. Knowing the Lovers is a 6 just brings that whole message back. This is where you are. And the 7s are where you're going. The 5s are where you came from. Okay? So when you were in this position, in the position of 5, in the position of challenge and difficulty, and having even to make a choice, there's no wrong way to eat a Reese's, okay? There's no wrong choice to make. You make a decision and everything bends around that decision. This is how the universe works. It will mold and alter things just to get you to where you're going, but it may have to reroute something that you don't even know about in order for you to still end up where you're going, which is 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups. Like you're headed towards the epitome of greatness when it comes to emotional satisfaction, accomplishment. Then you have the Pentacles here. Like it really is the creme de la creme. Okay, so with this submitting to oneself, you're able to manifest wholesomely, wholefully, soulfully, because the masculine and feminine is conjoined. And it's giving me Gemini vibes because this Lover's card is here, but also because Mercury is here. Mercury has dual signs within it, and one of them is a fucking twin. So it's showing me it's bringing it all together. It's bringing it in close proximity. The masculine is going to be what the masculine is. It really doesn't have the full scope of the human consciousness because it needs the abstract, it needs the unknown, it needs the esoteric aspect of things, the unknown, the occult, basically the ancient answers, the ancestral line, the primordial answers that only the feminine has access to, because we are the link, the feminine nature that's within us, whether you're male or female. Now I'm speaking gender. When I say masculine, feminine, it has nothing to do with gender. When I say man or woman, male, female, those are gender terms. Okay, just understand me. When I'm speaking on energy, you're broadening your ability to connect. And that's pretty much what's happening. So it's like when you bring the quiet and the chaos aspect of you, which every feminine has that duality of calm and chaos, then you have this here. And with that submission that the masculine can give to the feminine self, you have the magician. Now, the knowledge and the abstract is put into physical manifestation. The masculine doesn't have access to all of it. It needs the feminine in order to manipulate elements to create something specific, to get a desired outcome. And not even some of the greatest things that we credit to scientists and alchemists and stuff like that was found on accident. So it wasn't the conscious mind that thought of these things in order to bring it. It was the conceptual abstract that actually brought it into being. And I know I'm going into some very broad-minded, broad spirituality type of topics. But what I'm saying is you'll see it reflect in your physical world because you'll have a natural repellent to things that disrupt your harmony. You're in a position to create harmony within the self and within your environments. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. And what you're actually manifesting by doing so is the self-discipline needed to submit to the spirituality that you naturally have, not the one that people are telling you should follow, or to be spiritual you have to do this or do that, or if you're a certain ethnicity that you should be following this doctrine or the way that your ancestors of this culture did it. No. It's very specific to you and you only. Very specific to you and you only. And you're going to feel the harmony of it. This aspect of the feminine will shy away from things that are not naturally in alignment. And this aspect of the feminine knows when to come out and when to recede. It's about bringing those two together so that they can do that in safety. Here, she's open, she's willing, she's receptive. Over here, she's the one offering. There is a balance between these two feminine natures, the subconscious mind, the abstract aspect of you, the spiritual aspect of you. It is going to expand. So if you are a man or a male or masculine in nature, dominant, masculine in nature, your style of dress you may be more meticulous with it. You may be more aware of coordination, of things that are aesthetically pleasing. You may be attracted to things that are more aesthetically pleasing, or put more attention into your presentation. That's more of, it puts a feminine touch on something that can be masculine. You understand? style and the concept of accessorizing and different stuff like this. It comes with a feminine touch, even if you're a man. The way your suit matches your tie, matches your shoes, your belt, your cufflinks. That doesn't have to be a female thing. It's a masculine representation of a feminine attitude, abstract. Okay? And even the women, you may want to step out. You may want to be seen. You may get a new garment, a new dress. You may bring out your wild side. You may try new things in the bedroom that you haven't tried before, or actually be open to it. You may dress up. You may put on stockings. You may do the strip tease. It could be temptress, anything. It could be just an aspect of you that you hadn't before felt secure and comfortable doing. But you're out of harm's way. You're out of conflict. There is no more competition or feeling like you have to fight for something. You're comfortable where you are. So you're going to show it, you're going to do it, and you're going to be it. You can feel comfortable being yourself, but you can also give as much as you can receive. And the person may actually, they may allow it. There's somebody that they do have regrets. And I think that's what opened the reading. The feeling of shoulda, coulda, woulda, but didn't. I think you're past that. But I feel that 5 energy, somebody may be restricting themselves from reaching out to you, but may come through with music. It may come through in music, lyrics about something. It's an admittance without a confession from this person about whatever transpired between you two. Almost like I said, it's an admittance, but it's like, okay, I have the music, I have the message, but I have the discipline not to reach out. I'm okay with going towards where I'm going. It could also be, if that were the case, you were in a position of giving and giving more masculinity, the doer in a situation, and having to ground yourself and understand that if you're the masculine force, then you're in control, and allow your feminine self to relax. If you don't feel comfortable enough to receive in this manner and let all eyes be on you, let a person's full attention be on you, then I don't feel like you're not going to go backwards. You're not going to go to a position where you're always giving and always offering something. You're actually in a position of doing and receiving. Doing for self as far as manifesting where you're going next, your abilities, and the alignment is coming. So they're a little different because this is a concept of emotion. This is something that you had the potential of feeling with someone, but it's only because you made it so. You kind of made up for all of the emotional experience that you had with this person. They really didn't give anything towards it. But here, this is 10 of Pentacles. This is a little more solid. So this is on the other side of this mercurial energy. This retrograde is helping you understand that let them show and prove. Let it hold its weight in gold. 10 of Pentacles. It is something very actual and very factual. It is very solid, which the Queen of Pentacles that you're coming up as, 9 of Pentacles that you're coming up as, Strength card that you're coming up as, is telling you you're on the receiving end, rightfully so. And what you're giving, they're receptive to. They are vulnerable enough, trusting enough to allow you to express yourself in all these different ways. Your communication skills are not only verbal, they're nonverbal, they're energetic. And they're picking up on that. They understand that. But whatever this situation was here, you've manifested a way out and you're resonating on another frequency now. Okay, so that was a lot, Cancer, but I do hope you enjoyed it. Sheesh. You guys are boss. I like this. I like this for you a lot. So I will see you guys later. And yeah, take care.